घुमाना so that you can keep taking the vista. Okay, you don't have to focus on the same. Just go with the flow. Ready?
Rolling.
So here is an interview of Ranbir Kapoor that I am doing, and this is to ask him about things that I don't know and I'd like to find out about him. So here goes. So sir, I don't know what I'm going to ask you, and if I ask boring questions then you should not answer them.
Take a second.
Sir, taking from some questions that were being asked today, do you feel that you should rather have been an actor not coming from a film family?
No, sir, I don't think I've ever felt that because for me, like how a normal family is, it's as normal as that. I don't think if I was not from a film family, probably I would not be passionate about films. There's so much. But I think being born in the family that I have come from, I don't see any disadvantages. Yes, I get a lot of questions. I get a lot of these tags like Star Son and silver spoon in the mouth and all of that. That's fine. At the end, I know it's your work. At the end.
But do you think that sometimes much of your achievement actually goes unnoticed or because you're from a so-called privileged family?
So actually, I think with me it's been a little reverse. I think I've been given that extra, that extra credit. But these 3.5 years, whatever I've got, it's not typical for a guy from a film family to get so much. And I think I've got a lot, sir. So I don't ever feel if I was not and if I had done these many films. I think because my grandfather had an audience, my parents had an audience. They themselves will go watch my movie because the love for my parents or for my grandfather. They'll probably take their family, so probably I'll get more eyeballs. That's growing because of certain generations. The new generation, of course, will connect more to me because I'm from the generation. And I think I have the advantage of my parents' work and my grandfather's work, which pulls some people to the thing.
Who are the people in your family whose work you really like personally? I know they're all great and many of them have done a lot, but whose work do you like?
I like my grandfather's work, Mr. Raj Kapoor, but I never liked him as an actor. I didn't regard him. Yes, in his earlier work like Jafiro, Shri Charsabi's, Tisri Manzari, Tisri Kasam, he was very good at those films. But as a director, I think he's spectacular. I think once I passed a certain age, when I got more aware of films and the craft, I realized I learned so much from just watching his movies and not thinking that he's my grandfather. And if he wasn't my grandfather, I still believe that I would have loved his movies as much.
Yeah, rest of the India does anyways. Who do you find is a very good-looking Kapoor or has been a very good-looking?
I think my grand uncle, Shashi Kapoor.
Yeah.
He's just that naturally good-looking man. And I think just more than his face, a lot of people have good faces. Even his son, Karan, had a beautiful face. But I think his positivity, like you would see that he's a good insan. This guy doesn't have any form of negativity. He doesn't have any agendas. He's an easygoing guy. The way he lived his lifestyle, whatever I used to hear like my mother. My mother said that he was just the nicest person. When she got married to the family, he was so he was nice, and she worked with him also as leading heroine opposite him. Isn't working with him was just pleasure, because all the other heroes had intentions and agendas, but he was just pure. So I think he's really good looking. My dadi, sir, you've never met my dadi, but she is the funniest woman I've ever met in my life. Even at this age, like I remember during a funeral, they had gone for some old actress's funeral and my dadi was sitting and Shammi Kapoor was sitting. Shammi Kapoor was very quiet. So that's a very serious funeral going on. So my dadi leans over and tells Shammi Kapoor that, yaad aa rahi hai purane dino ki. So they all share that different kind of sense of humor. I think my father has the least of that sense of humor thing which is in my family, but the rest all are for me.
Do you think you've been unfair in judging your father as an actor?
The thing is that because I don't share that really close relationship with him, I can judge him a bit as an actor. You know, so I don't regard him as my father on screen. Even while growing up watching Amar Akbar Anthony Naseeb, me and my sister used to watch Amar Akbar Anthony Naseeb and another film called Naseeb Apna Apna. What my father had done. And we never ate dinner without watching these movies. So for us, he was that character. For us, he was that character Naseeb. All of that. So I can judge his movies very well. There is a film of his which is my favorite and I still regard it as my favorite, which didn't do well that time, called Zamane Ko Dikhana Hai. I think his comic timing, his romance, the way he did the songs there, I think they were awesome.
Nasir Hussain.
Yeah, I loved his combination with Nasir Hussain. You know, it brought out that right youth in him. You know, it wasn't that what my father represents, that passionate man. I think Nasir Hussain, you should tap that very well.
Yeah. And what do you think of your mother on screen?
I don't like to watch my mother on screen.
Why?
Because
You're slightly possessive.
possessive, then you know, seeing like if it's a short skirt or seeing her with another man. As a child, it used to bother me. Today, I can watch it, but I don't really. I used to find her because I know my mother so well. So I used to find her fake, you know, on screen. I just don't. I'm uncomfortable watching her on screen. Like even now, if I'm sitting with a friend, the channel my mother's film is coming, I get red. I get very embarrassed. So I can't do it.
I think it's growing up. It's a part of growing up,
I guess.
Of course, you've got to grow up more. And so, would you want your wife to be a film actress or not?
So today, sir, because I've dated an actor, I don't think I am that broad-minded or that progressive. Because I know the kind of temptations here, I know the insecurity levels. I know. See, it also depends on the girl. You know how sorted she is. You know how much comfort she gives me in this relationship. And it works both ways. You know, I mean, whoever I marry, I think for her it will be equally as hard if she's an actress or not. You know, to kind of cope with the field that I'm in. So I don't know if I mean, I want to have an Indian family and all of that. But again, I want great love. But great love can come in the form of actress or a non-actor. That doesn't. So I don't know. You know, I'm okay with being an actor now, but I know it'll be harder if it's an actor.
So, what kind of girls do you like? What's your type?
I like girls who are not perfect. I like girls who have. What do I explain this? She has to be a combination of Karina's character in Jabli Met and Heer's character in Rockstar and Gisele's character in Lavachi.
Gisele's character. Okay. You like Gisele's character more than Mira's character, like Deepika's character. Okay.
And I think what really excites me is, I think when I'm in a relationship, what I love the most is just lying in bed doing nothing. You know, waking up and not getting out of bed, but that woman has to have the ability, not the ability, to actually hold.
To be entertaining in that.
Not only entertaining, you know, it could be nothing.
Yeah.
But sometimes you need that one person and you just don't want to get out of bed. You know, you don't need anybody else. You know, you could spend a day without anybody else. There are so many times that, you know, you're with somebody and you need company around. You know, for the lack of conversation, for the lack of interest, so many reasons. But a woman who can hold court on a bed, and I don't mean in a physical way, you know, just hold my attention and give me her attention. You know, even if it's for 10 minutes in that entire time, and give me that complete surrender of 10-minute attention. That's my role.
You know, it is said that lovers and people are either, I mean, or let me put it this way, that is it more important for you to be loved or for you to love?
It is more important for me to love the person who I want to love.
Okay.
I would want, I don't know how to phrase this. It's like if I'm with a girl who I'm in love with, I don't need her to prove her love to me.
Okay.
If I recognize that quality that this girl has as the things that I want to love. I don't need a lot of love, but at the same time, yes, I like to be spoiled also. You know, nakhra is very important. Acting is very important. I think in a relationship, that whole
But the nakhra
the
would you-
games, not the mind games,
Yeah.
but the obvious games.
The fun games.
The fun games.
Okay.
That is something I think. I mean that's because we are in that world also ourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know it's great that that can translate. It's an idealistic way of seeing a relationship.
So
You said who?
no. Yeah, I did, but then I corrected myself. So have you had that play acting with somebody, you know, in a relationship?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I've seen people. I've had friends who are in such relationships,
Okay.
and it really makes me jealous. At the same time, it makes me happy that there is hope
Yeah.
that such relationships do happen. Such people are there still in this world. So I hope that I can meet somebody. See now, so these are the things. These are the ideas. These are the dreams. And I'm sure that person will be completely different from
Yeah.
whatever I'm saying.
Right.
A different take to life. Different side of a woman, a different side of me that will come out. So again, I don't really close my mind. These are the things I would like to.
See, I always notice about you that you're seeking. You're always seeking. You're looking for something. Do you know what you're looking for, or you just a person who's looking
See,
for
sir,
something?
there are times when I feel so like I have so much. I have so much of everything that I feel that it's my duty to punish myself and not be content with it. If I'm content with it, I'm always looking that if there is a happy time, I need to punish myself with something, with a sacrifice or something to balance it out before God snatches it away.
Okay.
So if He's giving me so much of happiness in any form,
Yeah.
I need to balance it out with some form of sacrifice, not something dramatic, but or I get too conscious of that moment of, yeah, this is too happy here. It's not meant to be so happy also.
So you want to, you're looking for a heartbreak in your life?
I think I've somewhere subconsciously, without realizing it, I have gone through heartbreak. I've grown up. I've realized the value of a commitment and a person, and I realize what it is not to have somebody in life right now. It's very hard, because you are getting so much of success, of love, of you're earning, you're making people proud. Apart from my parents, I don't know who to share it with. I don't know who to call. I want to message somebody, while I'm on this road trip from Chandigarh to Delhi, but I'm not answerable to anyone. Nobody's asking me how my day was. Nobody's asking me what I'm doing right now. Or if I went to the cave with you and Nargis. I can't describe it to someone. I'll tell my parents, but I want to romantically describe it to someone.
So you miss that person?
Yeah, I miss them. I think love is something. I always thought that films is my priority, but I think growing up and realizing life, I think love and that relationship will be above movies. And I love movies a lot. I love it dearly. But I think that will be above movies.
But one thing that I want to add to this is that I think you love movies more than I do. But I feel that there's not much difference between, it becomes the same thing, I think. Somehow, personal relationships. Yeah, because I feel that you're the kind of person, your personal life is the work that you do, and it cannot be away from there. So, ingrained.
What do you think, sir? What do you think I will... What do you think is the kind of girl that I was? First of all, are there types of girls that you can really describe?
No, usually this is a pop question, I
Yeah.
think, and I guess guys who are not in a relationship or always have these answers that are like thin girls and tall girls, etc. But I think that you might be happy with a girl who is very emotionally on the edge almost, so that she can drive you to unexpected and more dynamic corners of your own existence.
Absolutely.
I don't know whether you'd be happy with a very just lovey-dovey, comfortable relationship. I see that you often get very uncomfortable with comfort.
Right. I love conflict, sir.
Yeah. So somebody who will give conflict, but not for the sake of it.
Yeah.
But
Naturally
because
the conflict comes.
naturally the conflict comes. And also,